Welcome to Mystery Monday number 16, where our learning goal is to cite strong and thorough textual evidence to support an analysis of what the text says explicitly, as well as make inferences that we can draw from the text, including where the text leaves matters uncertain. At the end of today's lesson, you will be asked to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 4. If you place yourself out of 4, that means that you can draw inferences from the text, you can point to the evidence that the author uses to prove his or her point, and you're able to identify where the text leaves matters uncertain. You're also picking up on nuance, like sarcasm and irony. If you're at a 3, that means that you can draw inferences from the text, you can point to the evidence that the author uses to prove his or her point, and you're able to identify where the text leaves matters uncertain. You'll notice that a 3 is pretty much word for word from our learning goal. Because that's where we want everyone to be. A 4 would be above and beyond. A 3 is kind of like you're meeting standard. You're doing exactly what we want you to do. If you're at a 2, that means that you can draw inferences from the text and point to the evidence the author used to prove his or her point. But you're sort of missing where the text leaves matters uncertain. And that's where those inferences happen. That's that logical leap. That's that unknown where you can make those connections. And that's kind of where we'd like you to get by the end of the year. And if you're at a 1, that means that you were unsure of how to draw inferences. So this is Mystery Monday number 16. T.A. Jones strikes again. At the right now, you see the hard copy of the story, and you see an audiobook option. If you choose to listen to the audiobook, that is okay. But by not reading it in this video right now, you have the option, by me not reading it in this video right now, you have the option to just read it on your own. So either one is fine, but please read that story now. All right, moving on. Now that you have read the story, let's take a look at vocab. You have 4 vocab words, and you'll see them in the video now. So, what we know is that the pattern goes crystal, jade, crystal, jade, crystal, crystal, jade. The back-to-back crystals are an anomaly. They are not supposed to be there. They are not a part of the pattern. We also know that the necklace does not have a clasp. On to question 1 of the worksheet. Tell me something about T.A. Jones's personality. What in the story tells you that he has that personality trait? So I'm not looking here for something that we know about, like that is explicitly said about his personality. I'm asking you to make that logical leap based on what it is that we know. We know things like, he was sleeping. We know things like he has a phrase for his business that says the unusual is our business. Um, I want you to take exactly what you know from the text, a quote from the text, and use that to make a logical leap about his personality. Please do so now. Question 2 says, we know that Jones is digging in his desk drawer. Toward the end of the story, we know that he's digging in his desk drawer. What might he be digging for, given what we know about the necklace and the crystal and the jade? Like, what might he be digging for? This is you making an inference. And the last question says, what is T.A. Jones planning to do? And here is your solution. The resourceful T.A. Jones is looking for a hammer in the bottom drawer of his desk. To repair the necklace, that is, to restore the pattern of alternating beads without cutting the platinum wire. He's going to smash one of the crystal beads. Back at the final solution here to answer this question. Again, now that you have seen the solution, the question was, what is T.A. Jones planning to do? Was your answer correct? Did you pick up on those clues? Were you able to make those inferences? Or what might you change to your previous answer to make that answer correct? And lastly, we are back at our learning scale. Where would you rate your ability to cite strong and thorough textual evidence, the things that we know in the story, to support an analysis of what the text says explicitly, as well as making those inferences? Would you put yourself at a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1? And your last question is, why did you rate your ability as you did? I'm looking for answers such as, well, I knew that when he was in his desk, he was looking for a hammer. Or I knew that one of the options to restore the pattern was to smash one of the beads. I'm looking for things that you picked up on in the story that weren't explicitly said and they turned out to be correct based on the solution. Thank you. And now that you have completed this assignment, you have earned your unit for the day.